everyone! Welcome to my presentation regarding the recruitment and selection process. My name is Marijon Igot and I am the Human Resource Manager of the MGY Metal Corporation. We are a manufacturing company for construction building materials. We are in need of a sales engineer because we're expanding our sales office in different areas of Cebu City and province. Today, I'm going to show you the recruitment and selection process used by our company in order to find the best candidate to be selected for the position we need. First, we need to know what is recruitment and what is selection. Recruitment is the process of generating a pool of qualified candidates for a job. It involves the attraction of appropriate candidates to vacant positions from the inside and outside of the organization. Recruitment in organizations can be viewed as a systematic process. It has a number of stages, each of which needs to be completed for the process to be successful. Selection is a systematic process of hiring the right person for the right job at the right time. Now let us go to the steps on how to hire the best candidates for the job being offered. Now we go to the first step. The first step is to identify the job vacancy. Now what is job vacancy? It is a vacant position that needs to be filled in a certain department of a company. This vacancy may arise due to a new project requirement or due to retirement, firing, or resignation of an employee. Once we know the needed position or positions, we proceed to the next step. The second step is job posting. This is creating and distributing a notice of a current job opportunity to allow for application of recruitment method. Third step is the recruitment. We all know, as I've mentioned a while ago, that recruitment is the process of generating a pool of qualified candidates for a job. Fourth step, and this is the last step, which is the selection process. In order to select or hire the right and the best candidate, we must follow the methods of selection process. Every organization has different methods in the selection process, and this is our method that we use. Number one, we have a preliminary screening. Screening is the process of checking the contents of the application by an organization to ensure that the minimum eligibility conditions in respect of age, experience, necessary qualifications, and skills are fulfilled by the candidates. The purpose of screening is to prepare a list of eligible candidates who are to be considered to be interviewed and eliminate unqualified or unfit job seekers. Number two is the selection test. After screening the applications, the organizations call the eligible candidates for selection test. The purpose of this test is to measure skills and abilities of the candidates in terms of the job requirements. Here are some of the tests that we use in our company. The first one is the intelligence test. This is one of the important psychological tests, and an organization uses intelligence tests to measure the level of intelligence quotient of an individual. This test indicates the learning ability or the ability to make decisions and judgments of a person. We also have aptitude test. A company or organization uses aptitude tests to measure individuals' potential for learning new skills. This test is the indicator of individuals' capacity to develop and is a good index of a person's future success score. Next is the personality test. Personality tests provide clues to a person's emotions, reactions, and value system, etc. This test examines the overall personality of individuals and hence are difficult to design and implement. Trade test. An organization may measure the existing skills of the individuals through trade tests. These tests measure the level of knowledge and proficiency in the area of professions or technical training. The last test that we have is the interest test. Managers may use interest tests to know the pattern of interest or involvement of the potential candidates. Now let's proceed with the number 3 of the selection process, which is the employment interview. So the most important step is the interview. Interview is a formal face-to-face and in-depth conversation conducted to evaluate the applicant's suitability for the job. Through interviews, management also gets an opportunity to go into the details of a candidate's background, which helps a lot in assessing a candidate's suitability. Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Mari John Igot and I am the Human Resource Manager for this company. So today we're going to have an interview to all of you. Could you tell me about yourself and describe your background in brief?
I've been passionate about architecture since I was a kid. My parents remodeled their house when I was in high school and allowed me to play an active role in the design. I knew then that I wanted to pursue architecture as my career. I studied architecture at Cebu Technological University and graduated 4 years ago. Since college, I've been working at a construction firm in Mandaue City, Cebu. During my time there, I've been able to build my portfolio by designing both residential and commercial spaces. My experience at firm has built up my proficiencies in building and cutting-edge technologies and allowed me to build strong relationships with local suppliers. I also have experience in sales as I've been assigned in a sales department as sales engineer to the second company I have been working for 2 years. Moving forward, I would love to work as a sales engineer. I believe my experience and knowledge for architecture will allow me to be a great asset to your team.
How did you hear about this position?
I read an article or a news source that made me interested in your company in general, so I decided to look for job openings with you. The required skills match well with the skills I have, and it seems like a great opportunity for me to contribute to your mission as well as a great next move for my career.
What type of work environment do you prefer?
I have worked in many types of environment and enjoyed learning new things from each. I would say that while I don't prefer a particular environment, I really like working with people who are committed to getting things done and who are passionate about their work.
How do you deal with pressure or stressful situations?
I realize stressful situations are always going to come up, and I definitely have had to learn how to navigate them throughout my career. I think I get better at it with every new experience. While working on a new product launch at my last company, for example, things were not going according to plan with my team. And instead of pointing fingers, my first reaction was to take a step back and figure out some strategies around how we could solve the problem at hand. Previously, I have defaulted to panicking in that situation, so being calm and collected was definitely a step forward and helped me approach the situation with more clarity.
Do you prefer working independently or on a team?
I enjoy a blend of the two. I like having a team to strategize with, get diverse opinions from, and reach out to for feedback, but I am also comfortable taking on assignments that require me to work independently. I find I do some of my best work when I can focus alone in a quiet space, but I really value collaborating with my teammates to come up with the best ideas.
When you are balancing multiple projects, how do you keep yourself organized?
Over the years, I've noticed how important it is to keep track of your time at work. Although multitasking is beneficial in many ways, I've learned that when it comes to challenging work, it is better to focus on one project at a time rather than try to do too many things at once. When I'm working on a tight deadline, I start my day by making a list of priorities. Then I approach the most challenging work first. Then move on to other tasks that don't require the same level of concentration. This helps me work more efficiently throughout the rest of the day. I also make a point to silence my phone and turn off email notifications during the deep work to help me avoid distractions.
What did you do in the last 2 years to improve your knowledge?
The extra time on my plate really allowed me to get introspective around where I want to take my career. I read a lot of journals to keep abreast of the latest ideas in my field and sharpened my skills by taking some online courses.
What are your salary expectations?
While I'd like to get better acquainted with the exact duties required in this position, which is what I am hoping to accomplish during the interview, I do understand that similar positions to the one I am applying for offer salaries between 20,000 and 30,000 pesos. Given my experience, expertise, and skills, I would expect to receive a salary in that range.
Are you applying for other jobs?
Yes, I am currently applying with other companies, but I wanted to focus on securing a position with your company. I believe this company offers the best benefits, wages, and company culture in the industry. According to my research, I believe I'm great match for this specific position because it's more niche than the others, requiring specialized education, and I have the credentials your position requires and think we can meet each other's expectations and create a strong employment relationship.
So number 4 in the selection process, we have reference and background check. In addition to required educational qualification, skill and experience, an organization expects that the potential candidates must have qualities like balanced temperament, honesty, and loyalty. Managers cannot judge these qualities on the basis of any test. Hence, many employers request names, addresses, and telephone numbers of references for the purpose of verifying information and gaining additional information on an applicant. Previous employers, known persons, teachers, and university professors can act as references. Number 5, we have selection decision. An organization takes the final decisions among candidates who pass the test, interviews, and reference checks. In the final selection, the view of the concerned manager are generally considered, as he or she will be responsible for the performance of the new employee. Number 6, medical examination. After the selection decision, the candidates are required to undergo a medical examination and get certificates of medical fitness. The medical examination indicates whether the selected candidates are physically fit for the job. Number 7, the job offer. A job offer by an organization generally contains a date by which the appointee must report on the duty, details regarding salary, terms of employment, employment bond if any, or etc. The candidate is given some time to think over the offer and to accept or reject. Number 8, contract of employment. This is the final stage. If the candidates accept the job offer, certain documents need to be executed by the employer and the candidates. One such document is the attestation form, which contains certain vital details about the candidates, which are authenticated and attested by him or her. There is also a need for preparing a contract of employment. A written contract of employment may contain the following headings: job title, duties, responsibilities, date when continuous employment starts, and the basis for calculating service, rates of pay, allowances, hours of work, leave rules, sickness, grievance procedure, disciplinary procedure, work rules, termination of employment. Those are the steps on hiring the best candidate to fill our job vacancy. By carefully doing it in a right and systematic way, I think this will guarantee a huge success. This presentation is intended for our course project in Human Resource Management. Once again, my name is Marijon Igot. Thank you for watching and have a good day.